Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I've had the privilege of spending some time with millionaires, some of which I consider as friends. And in this video, I want to talk about what I've learned by spending time with them. So if you want to level up your income and your wealth, you don't want to miss this. The first thing they do is they give. So they operate from a place of giving instead of thinking about first receiving. So in all their interactions, they're always thinking about what value they can add to the other individual. And what I've come to learn is when you do this and you operate from this place, people will usually want to then return the favor. And this can be in the form of giving you advice, providing you with some knowledge or education, and monetary, right? People can pay you for the value you're offering them. So when you operate from a place of giving, you are very likely to be rewarded for that, as opposed to wanting to be someone that's always wanting to receive first before you give, because that tends to repel people away from you. So the second thing is they are extremely open-minded. So they don't discount or cut out ideas just for the sake of it. If they don't know about the idea or don't know much about it, they will tend to at least try to understand what the idea is before discounting it out. So this has definitely helped me because I was somebody that was quite close-minded, I'd say. And if it wasn't the way I thought it should be, I wouldn't even give it a second thought. However, being around these type of individuals definitely opened my eyes and made me realize actually anything that someone says, any advice that they give, or even business ideas or ventures, I can definitely at least think about it before just saying no to it. So being open-minded is definitely a great skill to have because it will enable you to take on opportunities that you may not have taken on before, which can potentially benefit you in the long run. The third thing is they are always learning. They are always attending events. They may be attending courses as well alongside that. And they're just always trying to attain knowledge and information. So they'll be reading books most of the time as well. And these tend to be books around finance. If it's property related, it'll be around property. And they're always just trying to ensure that they level up in terms of their knowledge. And with that knowledge, they then look to execute. The next thing is they understand the difference between assets and liabilities. And they use that to their advantage. So let's quickly describe what the difference is. An asset is something that will bring you in money, and a liability is something that will take money from you. So an example of an asset would be you have a property that you rent out to a tenant, and that rent exceeds any cost of having that property. So that rent exceeds the mortgage, it exceeds any maintenance costs, any potential letting agent costs. So you have a profit that's coming in every single month, and that would be classed as an asset. A liability, for example, may be a car. You have a car, you buy it, and then you're spending money on that car every single month as well. So that is a liability. So they ensure that they are putting a lot of their money into assets that pay them, and then that way they can use those funds to then purchase potential liabilities, right? However, they don't just buy liabilities without having assets at some point. Another key attribute that millionaires tend to have is they have an abundant mindset. So they realize there's enough money in the world to go around. They don't think it's super limited and that there's not enough money. They have the mindset that they can attain a lot of wealth and so can others around them as well. And I think that's extremely important. That is quite linked to mindset. If you believe that there's a lot of money out there and a lot of money for you to attain, then you're a lot more likely to go out and attain it because you believe it's there. However, if you don't, then it's going to show in the action that you take. You're not going to believe that you can actually attain money because you think it's limited. And it's going to show up in not only your actions, but your behaviors as well. So having an abundant mindset is so important if you want to level up your wealth. They're also very happy to share info and insight into whatever it is that they're working on. So any projects that they've got going on, they are quite open with how they're doing it and doing that in a way so that other people can actually benefit from that knowledge as well. So this enables them to actually build their own brand and potentially collab with people along the line. And lastly, and probably the most important, they have a vision and a drive to match it. So they're very clear on where they want to go. They understand where they're going and they know how they're going to get there, and they take the necessary actions on a daily basis to get there. So when you combine the vision, the drive, and the necessary actionables on a daily basis to get there, then you're setting yourself up for success. So that enables them to get to their goal. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and gained some insight into what millionaires do that enables them to be wealthy. So if you've enjoyed this video, do give it a like. And if you've gained value from this video or any other video on this channel, then do subscribe as well. And until next time, happy investing.